Welcome back, campers. I'm Elizabeth, and this past week or so we've been on rough water in the ocean and we're really tired of that, so we're gonna go something more land-based. So from the boat to the truck for this video.
And we're gonna burn some energy off.
All right, so here we are in the jungle. This is a place that we've came to before. We've shot a video here before. It's a San Carlos Falls is where we're headed. We got little Mona here, our little monster. We're gonna burn some energy out of her because for the last 6 or 7 of our days off, so what, like almost 2 months of our days off, we've been on the boat every moment of our days off trying to catch a wahoo. Now we're gonna try to let her burn some energy off, and we're gonna go to try to catch some jungle perch on some lures that we made out of beer bottle caps.
So these beer bottle cap lures, Chris made them from beer that we drank, and they're actually offered on our highest tier for Patreon. So people have asked ways to support our channel and donate, and we have tiers on Patreon. And the higher tier, we are shipping out these bottle cap lures. So a goal for this video is to prove that they work and they catch fish.
And there's nothing like shilling for your own Patreon and begging people for money right after you took a 2-month break from YouTube and didn't produce any content. That's how we do.
Rock bottom fashion.
We can't do our job very well. We'd like to have a raise. That's
Perfect.
basically what we're doing right now.
No. There's still effort, kinda.
So let's get down here to the beautiful waterfall and see if we can catch some of these elusive jungle perch. So this is a little bit of a struggle bus part here for all you intrepid explorer campers on Candy Adventures. It's a little slippery, but I'm full of energy drink, so my muscles are jittery and ready to go. I like to have my muscles jittering around when I take on something a little challenging or scary. The one thing I like about fishing spots that are hard to get to is that they're hard to get to, so they're usually not too fished out, and we're not going to keep any fish today unless we gut hook one or something. So all right, Mona, be careful. Oh, so challenging.
I feel like you're exaggerating a bit here.
On belay.
Belay on.
So it's a little slippery on this part. The rocks are wet and it's gonna rain, which is badass. This is the one place I took my parents when they came, and it's during rainy season and things can get a little treacherous. And here's some pictures of when they came, and that's how good of a tour guide I am, because the very next day they had to rescue some people out of here, so I'm an awesome tour guide.
Is that why you're wearing your Guam Adventures tour guide shirt today?
Oh yeah. So we successfully made it to the bottom, kind of down in the ravine that we were climbing down just a second ago. You saw on the drone there. And this is just north, or not north, but this is upstream of a waterfall. So there's no jungle perch here, plenty of shrimp, but we're gonna have to keep marching down and get below this big waterfall because these jungle perch, they can kind of go back and forth in between fresh and salt water a little bit, and then they run up fresh water. But when they hit this big waterfall, they can't go any farther upstream, so they kind of hole up down there. And we're gonna have to go down there and get to them, because there's no way they can jump, 40 feet up that waterfall and get into these waters. But
and now that we've entered the jungle arena, we have to put on a fresh application of bug spray.
Yeah, because when the bugs come at us, we kind of give it a...
No.
That's what Drake would do.
No.
why we're continuing to walk deeper into the jungle instead of fishing right here, is because the jungle perch can't come up any farther because of what you just saw there, that beautiful waterfall.
And there's a huge pool at the base, and so it's also really deep in the middle, so it's a really good like breeding ground as well. There's a ton of perch that are always back down like in this hole.
Hopefully.
Unless someone fished it out from the last time we were here.
It's starting to rain a little bit, so it's going to get slippery, and we're hoping the water clarity doesn't get too bad or get too slippery, so let's keep getting down there before we get poured on like we always do.
Always.
Come on, gang. All right, so we made it down to this beautiful waterfall, as you can see here, and I can already see through my fancy space age polarized glasses that there's jungle perch in this beautiful little pond, and there's no people here. Beautiful fishing hole, full of fish, tropical island. We've got some fishing lures to test out, so let's go ahead and try this. I'm super excited.
So these little babies are the homemade bottle cap fishing lures. So on the front, they have this ring that you're using to attach to a swivel, your fishing line. And then the bottle cap is bent in half. And we even super glued little fish eyes on them. And at the back, we have a treble. Still has the little plastic pieces on so that we don't hook ourselves. That's why I'm touching it like this. But we have two of them, a Bud Light Lime and a Heineken. So we'll see which one they like and if they hit really fast like they have previously.
These fish might be a little small, but we're also going to try our little victim human baits, because I still think they're hilarious and creepy. And we're going to see if maybe we can get one on here too and prove that you can catch saltwater, the good sized saltwater fish and some smaller freshwater fish on the same thing.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and cast one in and see if we can do a first cast on these guys. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. And nope. I hope this is the only lure they don't want to hit, is the one we made. Okay. All right, first cast. Damn it. I thought it was gonna be first. So these fish aren't wanting to hit this, and I think it's because I've weighted these lures. They're hitting on the surface of the water. So I'm going to alter these bottle cap lures. So now let's try when it stays on the surface a little better, and I take out the split shot weight from inside this lure. This is cheating a little bit. I mean, not like completely cheating, because it's still the lure catching the fish. We're going to put a little bread on it just to entice them. Okay, so this is a spinner and it's meant to be retrieved quickly. I know this is basically turning it into a little kid's bobber setup for brim, but it still counts because if we catch one, it's still on the lure, and that still counts.
Only on Candy Adventures can we find the equivalent of fish in a barrel and get absolutely nothing. After all of our strategies failed, we headed downriver to find smaller pools.
I just want to be Kara and Nate and film going to a coffee shop and have 3 million people watch me eat at a coffee shop.
Yeah!
Did it!
Didn't even have to put bread on it.
That's a jungle perch on our Bud Light Lime. It's small, but I'm counting. These lures work. That's the first time I've ever caught a fish on a lure I made.
Humble brag.
I'm proud.
Did you even drink that beer?
I did drink that beer. That was an excuse to drink beer that night, was so we could make these lures, so kind of paid off. Also, locally these are called flagtail. Bumped into a lot of people that tell me these are flagtail. So depending on where you're watching, this is either a jungle perch or a flagtail. So, all right, beautiful fish. I'm gonna get it back in the water. I always like to wet my hand when dealing with these small freshwater fish. If I gotta touch them, like I gotta touch this one to get the hook out, I like to wet my hand just to keep their slime coat from getting too damaged. These are hardy little fish, but I still like to respect their sliminess.
Their mucus.
Okay, so looking at the size of these jungle perch, they're getting a little more aggressive. We finally caught some. Really wanted to catch some by that big, epic looking waterfall. That didn't really work out, but we are having more success in this, in the river where they seem to be a little bit more active. These lures are a little too big, so what we did is we chopped the foot off of it, and we're going to try to use that so we can still claim that we caught a perch, a jungle perch on a human lure, even though we're kind of cheating a little bit by just using the legs. So getting kind of creepy, which I think is just in line with the theme of these creepy, disgusting, hilarious lures. 3 of them.
About 5%.
Woo, little better, little better. There it is on the human leg jig. Nice little beautiful jungle perch. These fish are a lot more active in the water, so we're going to go ahead and get him off, but there he is. First cast. Fish of the day.
All right, biggest one so far. These are such pretty fish, and they have giant eyes. Nice little predators. These are fishes. You gonna boop it? You gonna boop it? Yeah. There we go. He's on his way. Regretting his decisions in life.
I think we're just going to continue using those baits that we made from the victim baits, the little fake legs, because the hook's a little bit bigger, and the ones that I made are, the treble hooks are a little too small. So we're just going to keep on using these victim baits, these cut off human leg baits, and Shiho is going to go give it a try, which if you weren't paying attention, if you noticed in the drone shot of us hiking down here, that wasn't me. Now you don't know to believe us ever or not, because we could have been doing this the whole time. It was our camera woman for today, Shiho.
Hi, I'm Shiho.
Bow, 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 bow. Oh, Shiho caught a fish. Shiho caught her first fish in Guam. Woo! Awesome.
Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh, it's so sharp.
Yeah, they will bust you. Is this your first fish ever or in Guam?
In Guam, but
Okay.
still it's only like maybe second or third.
So this is Shiho's second fish she's ever caught in her life. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off for her because it's very spiny and it will poke you. But yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Wow.
So go Shiho!
Woo!
Awesome.
Wow,
And
fishing's so fun. I'm just getting shots of my dog's butthole, so no big deal.
All right, the fishing's on fire today. We're really having a lot of luck with this this little jig made out of a human leg. Elizabeth's still winning with the largest fish, but I'm getting closer. jungle perch I've ever caught.
Did you just get the biggest one? Son of a bitch.
All right, beautiful fish. I think this is the biggest fish of the day. Look at that right there. This is a lot of fun. This reminds me of fishing in North Carolina. Man, really pretty jungle perch. Caught it on our little cut off rubber leg again. Really like to try to talk to this company and see if they can make us some teeny tiny little human lures, but awesome, awesome fish. Having a lot of fun today. Awesome. Gonna put this guy back. So some pretty awesome eel footage you can see back behind us going on, where our new camera person has really started to capture something really cool here with this eel that just is doing its natural eel stuff. So pretty cool footage. Exciting for me, but I still think they're disgusting animals, but still kind of exciting.
We are gonna wrap up this video for today. It was a definite success. We weren't tasking around on a boat. It wasn't miserable, just kind of perusing these freshwater streams in Guam, in jungle, in silence, in remote areas. It's just really relaxing, fun day. And we proved that our handmade lures work. So, if you're anywhere that doesn't have jungle perch, anything that has a mouth bigger than a jungle perch is probably fair game.
Yep, real humdinger of a day. Thank you to Shiho for being our tripod for the day. She did an awesome job, made it a whole lot easier, and she caught her first fish in Guam today.
This is true.
All that is trumped, however, by the massive fish that I caught today, so it was the biggest fish by far. So we're gonna cool off before we have to hike back up that nasty thing you saw us walk down, and see you guys in the next video. Did you really? All right.
That is so counts.
I wasn't lying. I wasn't the liar in that video.
Yeah, Shiho was the liar.
I said you wrong. I completely forgot about that. I was like, oh.
Fake news.
Fake news.